Thank you very much, Nick. And our next speaker is the Faculty of Medicine, Dentistry and Health Sciences Electives Coordinator, and she has all the essential information about the upcoming electives. And I'd like to welcome Ms. Marian Hogan.
Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me? My name is Marian Hogan. I'm the coordinator of Electives, as Sam just said, and I'd like to thank Sam and Rebecca for organising the evening and for inviting me along. We're going to cover a few topics, very straightforward. The handbook, which is probably going to be your Bible, this whole process of your elective placement, the forms you need to submit, dates, etc. I'd like to read to you the UWA mission statement, the ambassador for UWA, and the statement is to advance, transmit and sustain knowledge and understanding through the conduct of teaching, research and scholarship at the highest international standards for the benefit of the Western Australian and international communities. So that's your job. The elective handbook, I think it's got about 25 pages. I've left a copy of it over there. It's got all the forms in and all the information. There's two sources. There's one on the Medicine and Dentistry website, and there's the other one. The same booklet can be accessed through the LMS unit, which I assume you've all got access to. And these are the elective units that you will put on your enrolment form. Your elective placement can be for a maximum of 8 weeks and a minimum of 6. You need to, if you're arranging your elective placement yourself, you need to submit all the paperwork to me by the 31st of August. If you want me to arrange the placement on your behalf, I'll need the forms by the 29th of June. And these dates are all outlined in the booklet. If you're doing some of your placement locally and some overseas, you'll need to enter the unit codes for both the urban and international units. And the travel form that's mentioned here, you'll submit that as part of your application package if you're leaving WA. That'll be signed and dated by the faculty and will cover you once your elective commences. You'll not need to do anything with that. And under the UWA policy, you're covered for 8 weeks of your elective plus 25%. That's for your insurance. You'll need to organise your own travel insurance if you intend to undertake extra travel whilst you're away. The other requirement for your application process is a letter from the consultant or hospital or university with the dates that you'll be attending the host institution. Faculty organised. Yes, as I mentioned, the closing date, if you want me to organise your elective for you, is the 29th of June, and the form for that and all the other electives is in the booklet. Some dates, there are a number of dates, and if you find them confusing, so why. Your examinations will start on the 19th, and so on, as per the slide. The Board of Examiners is finalised by the 7th of December, and therefore you may leave after this time. You do leave directly after your exams are finished and have to remediate, and you'll be asked to return from your elective, and the remediation will be considered as your elective. And information about MRSA testing is also in the handbook. Where to go? Now, Nick touched on that in some detail, but there are other options. We have a number of sources at the faculty office in the CTEC building. I hope you all know where that is. There's files from past students' placements, and current year's level 6 students are a good source of information. MDA National provides the Electives Network, TEN for short. It's an online database profiling 5,000 hospitals in more than 100 countries. It's got information about grants and funding sources and visa and travel information. And you should all have received from me today 3 emails, one with your letter of good standing, your insurance, and information about the Allen Charters Elective Prize. If you come along to that breakfast seminar on the 24th of May, you'll also get to hear about the experiences of last year's 3 finalists. So hope you can come to that. Insurance, visas and forms. It's pretty self-explanatory really. You're going to need indemnity insurance. You're covered by UWA for that. I don't want to go into too much detail about that. You're asked to check about current travel advice on the DFAT website. That's to ensure that you don't go to countries that aren't really where your safety might be at risk. If you need any documentation signed by the Dean for your elective application process, come and see me as the Dean as delegated signing authority, and I'll be happy to fill out any forms or assist you. And if your elective placement finishes early for any reason, you need to let me know ASAP. Supervisor forms, yeah, that was it. Supervisor forms to be completed at the end of your placement. HIV PEP for elective students. I believe Dr. Ben Clark is going to be speaking this evening in relation to this. I've got a note here that students need to pay the first $150 of this 10-day course, which is to be used against infection in the event of occupational exposure to HIV, and the faculty will meet the balance of the provision of this medicine. You do have to pay, bring your receipt along to the reception area at the CTEC building, and we'll arrange for reimbursement. Okay, scholarships. I'm sure you'll all be interested in scholarships. Closing date for elective scholarships is the 31st of July. That's other than the Allen Charters one. And they'll be advertised and information emailed to you, giving you at least 6 to 8 weeks to apply. That's the whole June, July. The compulsory MRSA testing is has to be undertaken before you come back into the hospital system. Yeah, and then your elective report, your supervisor's report, all have to be uploaded. Your elective report can be uploaded via the student's system, but the supervisor's report, that'll often come as an email attachment or through the post, so that's fine. You're asked to complete an elective information sheet and submit your application for the Allen Charters if you so desire. Your elective report is a very straightforward document. One of the questions I've been asked already is if you undertake more than one elective, do you need to write more than one report? No, you just write one report and focus on either one of the placements and mention the second one, or discuss both placements. It's not a requirement to do both of them. And that can be uploaded electronically, and how to do that is in the handbook. So briefly, forms to me by the 30th, if you need me to arrange your elective. And as I said, these notes I've picked up from my predecessor. It's actually a maximum of 8 weeks. It used to be a maximum of 6 weeks for your elective, but you can do 6 weeks, but you're also entitled to do 8 weeks. Get your reports and everything back. And that's it. Enjoy your experience. email address is in the email that I hope all of you got today. So if you've got any questions at all, just send me an email and I'll get back to you, or if I can't get back to you straight away, I'll ask.